I let my priorities get out of order. I trained hard. It's not that I didn't work for the Olympics. I did. I trained hard. And you don't get to the Olympics without training hard. But she let other people's priorities get in front of her goal. Girls, I want to tell you, you've got to get your own priorities set straight. You don't diss other people when you set your own priorities. What if Gloria hadn't set her own priorities? Her family, for many years now, would not have been in this beautiful home for all of Thanksgiving for a week. You most certainly would not be sitting here today. So are we to assume that Fletch and Juliana at some point were like, well, she's not paying attention to us? No, you get confused and you get guilty because you don't realize it's a short sacrifice to get it right, because the momentum will then take you further. Set your own strong boundaries. I reposted this on Facebook this week, or retweeted it, I can't remember. But it's a woman of a queen, it's the queen of her dreams. And it says, she smiled politely and simply said, I'm sorry, I can't this time. I wish you well. And by saying no, she finally said yes to her own goals for the day. You guys, you've got to get really clear about this, and I'm going to call it out. I believe that you get so wrapped up in other people because it covers up for your own fear and your own insecurity. And it takes you off the line. It takes you off the firing squad. You don't have to answer for anybody else or your own productivity because you're doing something for other people in the name of fear. Why do you do other things instead of the main thing? Well, you do other things instead of the main thing because there's no rejection in doing things for somebody else. Approval for someone else because it's easier, there's no fear, there's no new skill required, it's a good excuse for delay, it builds a positive reputation, other people agree that it's a good thing. You have to decide what to do and what to delegate and what to dump. If you don't want to do it, you need to delegate it or dump it. And in this business, there are things that you need to do that not anybody else can do. Mary Kay personally used to say to us all the time, you can't chase one rabbit, can't chase two rabbits and catch one. You cannot chase two rabbits and catch one. To everything there's a season, and you've got to decide what trumps what in this season. In my window of DIQ, I was working 90 hours a week, and I'm not kidding, I was working 90 hours a week. I taught high school English, which was research, British literature, Beowulf, you know, like poetry and really interesting stuff that my students were so excited to hear about. Actually, I did jump over to a little American literature and we read some fun stuff. But that's what I did. And then I had the drill team and the dance team and the JV cheerleaders, and I choreographed the musicals, and I graded every paper that I was supposed to grade, and their journals, and the research papers, and the rough drafts. And it was a 90-hour-a-week deal. And so I knew that when I committed to Mary Kay, let me tell you something. You've heard about Cortez and the ships and the Spanish and how he burns the ships and there's no way to get back. We are going to build this settlement. Well, I burned the ships. I let my teaching certificate expire. The same 6 months that I had to build my Mary Kay business, it was my 5th year teaching, I would have to have returned to college to get 6 years education in order to teach that next year. I burned the ships and I said I'm going to let my teaching certificate expire. I made that decision in January so that if by June I'm not a sales director, I will have no job. I will tuck my tail and I will go back to Kentucky and live in my little pink room in my parents' house. Those are not the circumstances under which you want to go back home. So I knew that I had to do it within that 90 hours, and I knew it was going to be next to impossible. I'd taken a picture of Cheryl Warfield and I put it on my mirror, and on that mirror I wrote in lipstick, 3 plus 3 plus 300, 3 parties a week, 3 solid interviews a week, 300 new sales a week, week in, week out, week in, week out, whether I feel like it or not. Week in, week out, week in, week out. I knew I was going to have to give something up. I gave up 2 things that were ultra important to me at that time. The first thing I gave up was dating. You're like, ha, ha, ha. No, I was 26, thank you very much. It's not funny. I gave up dating. It was not funny at all. And right in the middle of DIQ, this guy that I really liked came back from California. Hey, what are you doing? I'm in the middle of DIQ. What's DIQ? Go out to dinner with me. Tell me all about it. No.